G'day guys, how's it going? Bloodteeth here, bringing you another game of Gemcraft, the lost chapter called Frostborn Wraith. Okay, in this video, I've made a little bit more progress when compared to my first video that was put up about a week ago. My wizard level has gone up from just around 100 to 170 now. I've explored almost all the fields. There's quite a lot of fields actually. I don't know where this map ends. Actually, I think I can see the corner down there at the bottom, so maybe there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, yeah, that makes sense. There would be field A, B, C, and the diamond shaped one like this would be D, and this is E. Okay, so I'm reasonably close to the end. And also, I had a bit of a breakthrough recently, I think. Couple, actually. With my playstyle, I'm trying to... what I'm trying to achieve, actually, is to get as much XP as possible so that I can continue to climb my wizard levels and therefore have more skill points to be able to get even better XP runs with endurance modes for, well, hopefully any level, especially the earlier levels, because of the fact that they have much weaker monsters. Yeah, less XP as well, but I find that grinding through the early levels is actually best for endurance runs, especially when it comes to trying to get or unlock more endurance waves. I believe this is a new mechanic in this game compared to the other games. In the other games, endurance was as long as you can go until you can't go any further, but this one, endurance unlocks a few waves at a time in stages every time you beat endurance. It's different, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's get to it. These are my skills, and as you can see, I've now got Mana Leech as a skill and Slowing as a skill. I forget exactly where I got Slowing. I think it was in a... what is it, a wizard stash here? I think in field N5 or N4, or one of these fields in the either M or N. I can't remember which one. Oh, hello, where's the stash in this one? Oh, forget it. That one's difficult. That's one to get much later on down the track, I think. Yeah, somewhere in M or N is the wizard stash that unlocks the Slowing skill. That's critical for mana farms, because what you want to do is you want to be able to slow down the monsters as much as possible. Now, unfortunately, in this particular game, all it does is adjusts the length of the effect of slowing. That's all this does, and I was a bit shattered by that. I was hoping it would also adjust the percentage or the size of the effect as well. No, unfortunately it doesn't. But thankfully, there is only one thing I suppose that this can, this particular Mana Leech skill can actually adjust, and that is the amount of mana you leech for every single time the gem fires. That is great, and I'll tell you, you actually get the mana leeching skill book at Z5 here. This is actually a cracker of a map. There's this big mana shard field that you can harvest that has, I think, pretty close to 100,000 mana, and initially in journey mode this field has only one gem in it, and that is the mana shard gem, or mana leeching gem, sorry. You can use walls to create a nice little sort of mana farm and put down your traps in a line and have your firing gem somewhere else, so you can set yourself up quite nicely for, you know, a good run in endurance. But here in tile Z4, is it Z5, the monsters, they start off with quite a high amount of XP, and they're, or not XP, sorry, their HP and their hit points, they just keep on climbing exponentially. So it's a very difficult level for going ahead and doing endurance runs on if you want to just go for the highest amount of XP. But I definitely encourage you to go ahead and get to field Z5 as quickly as possible, and in endurance mode crack open that wizard stash for that particular skill. Now Z5 is a field that comes when you unlock a wizard stash in field Z4. So in Z4 on endurance there is a wizard stash. It's quite close to the your orb actually, and it's got 444,444 hit points. That was in the 2 hard basket for me back when I had wizard level around 100 or so, but just recently I was actually starting with reasonably powerful gems, and I was able to go ahead and crack open that wizard stash in endurance mode before I succumbed to all the monsters, and that got me Z5, which eventually got me mana leeching. So highly recommend you go ahead and do that. Now with this one, let's see, what can I do for you on this video? I could tackle a field that I've never played before, or I could show you what I do with endurance. Yeah, this particular wizard stash, I was actually quite shattered that I didn't get it because I stuffed up at the very end. I was supposed to gem bomb the wizard stash to crack it open before I killed the last monster. Didn't do that. Let's try a new level, F2. Let's see what F2 is all about. I'm really liking this game, by the way. Up to this point, it's been a bit of a grind, but that's kind of expected for a Gemcraft game. It's quite a million hit points. Jeez. Okay then. Strap in. Maybe for this one, I'll probably focus on just beating the level, and maybe afterwards, when I can build a mana farm in journey mode, maybe then I'll try and crack open this wizard stash. So I might be doing that off camera. Maybe not. We'll see how we go. Let's see. What should I do? Screw it. Let's try and... how many? 64 wavestones. No mana tearing, but... oh, what to do? I've been avoiding yellow at the moment actually because I find it to be the least useful gem. It will be one of the most powerful gems that and most needed gem colors once we have a wizard level up in the thousands, because that's when the effect actually really comes into its own. But for the moment the effect is quite minor, and it's also, it only comes on a certain percentage of the time, and that percentage is quite low. So I'd rather have the red one, because the red gem, that is a timed... yeah, that is a timed effect, and it always happens. Basically makes them bleed, makes them take more damage for every time you hit them. So I would rather go ahead and get that going. And of course, armor tearing, that's a great gem to have, especially in, say, traps early on. Just something as simple as doing this could save you a whole bunch of headache in the mid and late game. Let's go ahead and increase the effect. So basically almost every single monster has its armor completely removed before it even gets to within range of my main firing gem. That's the idea, to make the light work for this particular one. Or at least that is the aim for me and my playstyle, because I have to admit, I think my playstyle is a little bit old-fashioned in terms of, you know, a playstyle that is effective in the older games. I still haven't worked out exactly what is best for this new version of the game. Oh, that's actually quite doable. Once I get this gem up a few more grades, we'll be smashing that open. Let's see, what is this? Okay, what's the theme here? 2 giant stones followed by a non-giant stone. Is that... okay, that's the pattern. So it's mostly giants by the looks of it. Well, that suits me just fine, actually. Because, well, I'm sure you can tell, my playstyle is most definitely go high, not go wide. So, my having one powerful gem somewhere on the field is suited towards less monsters on the field. That's not so much the case for when I have a mana farm of sorts, but for the moment, this works best. And it's in my interests to get as few swarmling waves as I can. Okay, I may have spoken too early. It seems the pattern has ended. It's becoming more normalized. Oh, actually, look at that. Lots of swarmlings. Well, this will be interesting. Let's see. I want this. Yes. Okay. Let's see how I do here. I suppose best case scenario, almost half of the time if my gem is not firing at monsters, it will be firing at this wizard stash. Let's help it along a little bit. Okay, 1/10 of the way there. You know what? I think I should actually be able to do this quite comfortably. Do you think I've jinxed it? Let's see how we go. This may sound strange, but sometimes I wish there was a 9 times speed modifier for the gameplay speed. Sometimes it's just a little bit of a grind. There you go, game developer. Are you listening? Can you please add another modifier to the gameplay speed? Maybe to something like 5 or 7 times or 8 times the speed, 9 times, something like that. That'd be great. Thank you. Uh-oh. Swarmlings are not so bad for me, so long as it's not swarmling, and so long as they're not enraged. If they're enraged and they're just coming on in droves, one after the other, and my gem cannot fire fast enough to keep up with them coming into the field, that's where I start to have troubles. Ooh, okay. I'll take that. Hey, how strong are these giants? Why am I struggling to kill them? Okay. Okay, now I get the theme of this map. And that's why they put yellow in here. Makes sense. Hey, I just thought of something. I've got... what goes in this slot? I've got mana leech, I've got poison, and I've got slowing. So when I play this map again in journey or endurance mode, I will have all of the gems. I mean, it's not really the most amazing thing in the world to have, but hey, just something to point out. I'll have no restrictions. Okay, that wizard stash was surprisingly easy. I've never ever had to crack open a wizard stash at 1,000,000 hit points. But because my gem is just so powerful these days, I actually did it without really breaking much of a sweat. Yeah, let's hop along these monsters. I've got all these spells and I'm not using them. Don't know why. Because I should be. Let's see, what have we got here? Let's freeze them, and then let's do this to them. And let's get extra XP out of them. Hey, we're almost at the end. Jeez, I'm glad to see that. Okay, what have we got going on here? What's the story? Ooh, the story is... I think that last wave... That last wave is going to be tough. So you know what? Let's do something stupid and make it even tougher on ourselves. Why not? Just upgraded my gem, so I've got a new gem and I want to use it. How powerful are these giants? Oh, that's not so bad. That's reasonable. In fact, you know what? I should probably do this. Let's tear off a lot of that armor. Hey, look at that. Not bad, not bad at all. What I'd like to hear from you guys though, and leave your thoughts in the comments for those who have played this game. If you're doing well at this game and you're at a point where you're able to easily go ahead and do endurance runs and get, you know, XP up in the millions, let me know what you do, because I get the feeling I'm doing something wrong with my approach for this game. What did I get? Oh, strength in numbers. That's a new battle trait. Let's see what it's like. Any of these? Nah, they're junk. Okay. I'm just going to quickly have a look at what strength in numbers is. Here we go. Strength in numbers. Each monster on the battlefield gives all other monsters 4 extra non-destructible armor level. What? Each monster... What? So... Wow, that's actually quite powerful. That's really tough. I'm not going to lie. If I read this right, correct me if I'm wrong, strength in numbers. Each monster on the battlefield gives all other monsters 4 extra non-destructible armor level. So what does non-destructible mean? This is new, for me anyway. Does that mean I cannot tear that armor away using armor tearing? And if so, if I have 500 monsters on the battlefield, then does that mean they all get 2000 armor that I cannot tear away? Because if that's what that means, then if I use this trait, I'm definitely going to have to put more points into stuff that ignores armor, like poison. Wow. That is really annoying. I put strength in numbers right up there as a battle trait that is probably as difficult as Vital Link. Have a quick read of that. But yeah, that's basically one of those things where if you're playing this game and you have this trait on maximum, which puts it obviously up to 120% for each monster waiting to enter, so it's cumulative. The last thing you would want to do is send a whole bunch of wave stones, because those monsters would have insane amounts of HP. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. That's just a sample of where I'm at, what I'm doing, and yeah, I wouldn't mind a little advice on how I could change up my approach, because right now I'm set to go high with my gems. Maybe I should go wide. Maybe I should try a different approach altogether. I don't know. Let me know. I'm up for suggestions. Anyway, catch you later, guys.